member for Fort Saskatchewan-Vegreville.
Mr. Speaker, approximately 55,000 Albertans are thought to be suffering from symptoms which would qualify as a diagnosable eating disorder. These serious illnesses can affect anyone regardless of their age, gender, or ethnicity. When these illnesses are unrecognized or dismissed, they can persist and cause lasting physical and psychological damage. To the Minister of Mental Health and Addiction, how is our government promoting public awareness about eating disorders, and what is being done to make treatments available to more Albertans?
The Honourable the Minister of Mental Health and Addiction.
Hear, hear. Well, thank you, Mr. Speaker, and through you to the member for that question. Anyone who has a family member or friend who's been affected by an eating disorder knows that it can be an incredibly traumatic and difficult process. And I have a message for all those who suffer from eating disorders. Here in the province of Alberta, our message is hope and recovery, that it's possible and that it's important that we work with you as a government, which is why we partner with organizations like EHN Canada and Silver Linings Foundation to establish Alberta's first live-in treatment centre for eating disorders particularly. We're creating the world's best when it comes to recovery. That also includes those who suffer from eating disorders.
The Honourable Member for Fort Saskatchewan-Vegreville.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and to the Minister. Given that eating disorders commonly co-occur with other mental health challenges like depression, anxiety, obsessive-compulsive personality disorder, and others, and given that facing an eating disorder and other mental health challenges at the same time increase adverse outcomes for those suffering, and further given our government's commitment to support all Albertans with mental health challenges, to the same Minister, how does our government approach to supporting those with eating disorders fit in with Alberta's broader recovery focus?
The Honourable Minister.
Well, thank you again, Mr. Speaker, for the question through you to the Minister. And our government has a full continuum of care when it comes to recovery across the province. And we think it's incredibly important that we meet people where they're at, whether that's Counselling Alberta that we funded for 24/7 access now, 7 days a week, so that if you're not yet diagnosed with an eating disorder, you can still find access to services. We think it's about wraparound services that meets Albertans where they are, so that we don't have these sorts of illnesses progressing. Instead, we get to early intervention, prevention as well.
The Honourable Member.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Given that the successful partnership between our government, Recovery Alberta, and the Silver Linings Foundation and the Edgewood Health Network resulted in the creation of Alberta's first residential recovery centre for young Albertans with eating disorders, and given that those organizations and others like the Eating Disorder Support Network of Alberta provides critical supports for Albertans suffering from eating disorders, to the same Minister, how is our government's collaboration with Albertan nonprofits, service providers and others to offer more supports to more Albertans?
Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the question. And the watchword of Alberta is the philanthropic and non-for-profits that work this province all the way from top to bottom, from the Creek down to Lethbridge and Pincher Creek. It's so important that we work with those non-for-profits in our continuum of care. The vast majority of services I deliver are with organizations like the Silver Linings Foundation, those who work in addiction treatment, mental health, early intervention, prevention for youth and for seniors. It's largely those not-for-profits that are so important to this province's history and our future. Mr. Speaker, we continue to partner with them because we know that is the path forward in a recovery model.